I'm here with Simba and welcome to the Curlformers YouTube channel. I've created this short video just to give you some ladies some tips on Curlformers and some curly tips. Let you know what products I would recommend when using the Curlformers and just some information that you may or may not know already. If there's anything I miss out and you want to know, just pop it down below and I'll be sure to answer it and kind of give you further tips if needed. So my first tip, in regards to when you're applying the Curlformers, a lot of people say, okay, I'm applying it to really wet hair or damp hair, or do I just use a spray bottle? Now, my type of hair, I do it usually with a spray bottle or damp hair. I've tried it when my hair's like just freshly washed and it just takes too long to dry. So I always recommend to damp hair or with a spray bottle. My second tip would be the products. Okay, depending on the type of your hair. So if you have more European hair, straight hair, I would suggest to use a brand like a curling mousse, a wrapping mousse, as this will set the curl for you. If you have my type of texture, the products that I would recommend are oils that are more so like 100% raw oil, because you need it to really penetrate through the hair for the curl to form. But if you want more of that hold, then aloe vera gel, also curling mousse, is fantastic to use on the Curlformer because that will hold the curl longer. But if you're kind of looking for a looser curl, then that's when I would say just move on to kind of the oils that will give you more looser curl rather than having the really fixed tight curl with the Curlformers. Third tip, right, with the Curlformers, after you take them out, some of you ladies are like, I look like a kid. Okay, you have to separate the curls. So you slowly separate them and this will kind of give you more volume. So when you first see them, you're like, I look like I should be a school child with ringlets. Separate them and this will give you more volume. Shake it out and all that jazz. What tip am I on? I think I'm on my fourth tip. I hate remembering numbers because I forget. My fourth tip. Now, are you thinking about wearing the Curlformers to bed? If you are, cool. But what I recommend is, if you have my type of hair, it might be a little bit more, you might feel that it might hurt a little bit more, just because with our type of hair we have to have it closer to the root. So I would say pull it down more so it's not right to the root, and then you're able to sleep, and then leave some more space. So be sure how you're placing the Curlformer in, that you're able to sleep on them. If you have European hair, then again, you can just take the Curlformer and then have it further down to say about there. So when you go to bed, you're not resting with the Curlformer. So say you've rocked the curls for the first day and you're like, okay, I really want to maintain them. How am I going to go to bed with them? A satin pillow. This will avoid the friction too. A satin head wrap will be fantastic to use. So I tend to put my hair up like this. And if the Curlformers are like that, I then have a head wrap, and then this kind of will maintain the smoothness of the Curlformer. Or if you have bobby pins, you can take the curl and then wrap it around and then pop the pins around and then pop another head wrap. So kind of like you're putting rollers back in. But so in terms of what products to use if you're trying to refresh the Curlformer, I would say a little bit of oil. This will help really penetrate through the hair. Make sure your hair is clean. You have to make sure your hair is clean. If you're applying the products where you've had a lot of product build up, the Curlformer is not going to work. So when you're taking it out and you're like, it hasn't set, you've probably got too much product. So be sure that you're using the right products. It's trial and error, but I always say a curling mousse has worked for me, oils, and my leave-in conditioner. Brands I'm going to shout out to you in terms of using Sheer Moisture, Black Castor Oil, Design Essentials. You have Lee Stafford, who has Here Comes the Curls. That's more lighter for maybe the European type of curls. But yeah, use products that are not so heavy that when you're taking out the Curlformer, you're like, it's not set. Trying to think of some more tips. Okay. My other tips, how are you putting the Curlformers in? So remember, there are some that go clockwise and there's sometimes they go anti-clockwise. Now depends on the style. If you're going for vintage style ladies, you want to go for more of the one side going clockwise and one side going anti-clockwise. If you just want to create a natural kind of curl pattern, let the curls be free, then literally just place the curl formers as of where you want to go. You can go anti-clockwise, clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise. And when you're sectioning the hair, don't make it so perfect, okay, because you really want it to look natural. So when you're applying the curl formers, maybe do it in a zigzag way, and that way the curl formers will kind of flow into here rather than kind of seeing it in a set section. Where would I recommend you guys to rock curl formers? Now, curl formers for me is great for me because when I love to change up the curl pattern of my hair, and when I want to create a style maybe for christening, a wedding, and also, I don't know if you know this, but I've actually straightened my hair from using curl formers, so I don't like putting too much heat. So I put the curl formers in my hair, and then after a day or two, you know, it loosens, and then I just literally take my blow dryer and blow dry the curl formers out, and then it's straight. And that way I've put less heat. So that's a really good tip. So if you're thinking about day 2 or day 3, ladies, where you're like, okay, the curls losing it, then why don't you change up the style and just literally take your brush and your blow dryer and straighten it out. It's perfect. Why else I love curl formers? I love curl formers because less heat on my hair. Let's face it, this type of hair, I can't chance putting heat on my hair anymore. Due to the modelling that I do, like, I have to have healthy looking hair. So curl formers has really created something that allows us, and especially for children, to kind of have a certain style and not have that heat, because curling tongs on my hair, it's not good. So those are my tips. If you need any more, ladies, just let me know. I'll be sure to kind of pop down below what the brands are, but I'm going to be creating more styles for you. Let me know what styles you want to see and I'll be sure to create them. I'll see you soon. Bye. Thanks.